Okay, so back on the sweep chassis, got three tubes really I'm interested in looking at here that are in the horizontal and vertical. This is a 6SN7, that's the horizontal oscillator, and then these two tubes, this is another 6SN7, and that is the vertical oscillator. And then this is vertical output, which is, let's see, it's a 6, what is that, 6AH4. So those are the two tubes I'm interested in looking at, as well as I will go through the other IF and video chassis through some of those tubes. I haven't gone through them as well as I'd like. But on this, these particular tubes, I'm looking for more for shorts than I am emissions. Hopefully I get both, and I'll be checking for both. But the main thing I'm concerned about is shorts, because shorted tubes can cause stress on other components, even if they're new. So I'm mainly interested in that. So the first one I've got in here is a 6SN7. This particular tube is the one that came from the vertical oscillator. And if you remember from looking at the screen and the picture that we're getting vertical lock. It's vertical size that's the issue now, and I'd rather doubt that it's one of these tubes. But I'm going to go ahead and check the tubes, and then the other thing that I'm going to do that I haven't done to this set yet, and I'll do it for every tube socket, and that is take some pipe cleaners as well as lacquer thinner and clean every one of those tube sockets really well, as well as go through all the tubes that I am going to use and clean the pins. Doesn't always make a difference. Seen it make a difference before, but rarely does. But it's always good prudence when you're trying to restore a TV to clean those sockets so that it's been done. So first, let's we got a good glow going there. This tube's been in there a while and good and warmed up. So to check for shorts on this tester, this is a Jackson tester. I can't even remember the model number on it. See if we can find it there. There it is. It is a 648A. This is probably my best tester. I've got like 3 testers and I like this one the best. But to check for shorts, this light here, if it lights up constantly as we go through this series of shorts checking, then that'll tell you that something in the tube is shorted. And if you see it light up real quick and go out, that's not a big deal. So, okay, we don't have any shorts. And on this particular tube, let's see, if we push down for an emissions test, Y and W, this will tell us where we're at on emissions. And it looks like we're well into the good there. So that particular tube is good. That's 6SN7. Here is another. You're not going to be able to see that, but I can. It's a 6SN7. And it's lighting up. Tap it a little bit. See it in there. And checking for shorts. And there's no shorts. And it'll be the same for this tube, WY. Ooh, that's interesting. That is real interesting. Let's try that again. WY. Wow. That's pegging out. One thing we forgot to do on that first tube was check the the other part, and so that's what I'm doing now. So I'm going to put in the appropriate numbers for the second section of the tube. I'm looking at the wrong thing there for you. Here we go. So I need 238 above and A, C, 5, 6. And what's the plate voltage? You can't see it because it's blurred up. 15. It's still 15. So let's check that section of the tube for shorts. And WY is still the same for emissions. Interesting, this tube. Oh, there we go. What I did was I seated it down a little bit there. I think it was, I'm not sure if the pins are dirty on this tube or what's going on. That's interesting, I'm getting emissions there. Okay, well, this tube makes me wonder a little bit. Let's go back to the first one and do a test on this part. So no shorts. And again, pushing WY. Okay, so this particular 6SN7 is testing really well. This one, I'm not so sure about. So I'm going to set him up here as a questionable tube, and we'll see if I have a different one that I can put in. So now we're going to look for 6AH4. I can't see very well. I'm going to turn the light on. Fives. No wonder I'm not finding it. I'm going to get down to the sixes. 6AF, 6AH4. So our filament should be 6.3. We should have 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and we should have on the bottom, what do we have on the bottom? A67, and our plate voltage should be at 40. So let's see what's going on with this dude right here. Okay, she's lighting up nice and bright. And let's go over here and see what kind of short test we get. No shorts, which is good. And then on this one we're going to push V and W at the same time. And that'll give us our emissions. Oh yeah, well into the good. Well into the good there. Okay. So, interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and clean those tube socket and the pins on these, and then and I'm not going to demonstrate that on my video. That's really boring stuff. And then I'm going to look for another 6SN7 in my tube stash and see if I can get one that that test really well. Then after that, go back underneath the chassis here and look around and see if we can find anything amiss. I know there's still one domino cap left in there that I did not change, and that very well could be causing me that vertical sizing problem as well. So we'll take a look at that when I come back.